They hate on you for reasons you can't even control. It's sad. People will hate on you for qualities that you've never even asked for. When we're young, the jealousy, the competition, and the hatred from women starts at a very, very young age. When we're in elementary school, you may have been hated on for the color of your skin. You may have been hated on for how long your hair was, maybe the texture of your hair. If you had curly hair, that may have made some girls intimidated by you. You may have been hated on because of the color of your eyes, how your body was shaped. Maybe you went through puberty a little bit earlier than other girls and you had a little shape on you, and that triggered other girls to bully you because it made them feel inferior, right? Inferior around other guys. Sometimes you may be hated on because of your personality, how bubbly you are, how friendly you are. Sometimes people take friendliness for weakness and they'll try you just because you always have a smile on your face. Women will find any reason to hate on another woman if that quality about them triggers insecurities within themselves, right? Sometimes these qualities can be intangible. Sometimes people may hate on you because of how passionate you are, how tenacious you are, and unyielding you are when it comes to achieving your goals. Sometimes in life, people give up on themselves, right? They may try at something, a goal, and because they don't have the grit and the grind, they give up on it so easy, and they look at people around them achieving certain things, but they don't know what it actually took for them to achieve it. They don't know the time it took, the hours it took, and the sacrifice, the investments that it takes to reach certain goals. So they may look at you like, you don't deserve what you have, or you got it too easy, or you were given a silver spoon, and they'll never give you your credit because they would rather hate on you and discredit you. And what discrediting you does is it prevents them from having to actually take accountability for their own life, right? They would rather ignore your light and your accomplishments because your light actually exposes what they're not doing for themselves and what they haven't accomplished in their own life. So sometimes it's actually easier for people to live in denial rather than just be happy for somebody else. Now, in other cases, people may actually hate on you because of your influence on other people, right? Your social influence, how people respect you, how people follow you, how people talk about you in a positive light. Sometimes when people don't have anything other than their personality to offer a group of people, their power relies in how many friends they have, right? How many people they can get on their side, how many followers they can accumulate. They don't have actual value, like real things that they can add to a group of people, like resources or knowledge. They're just there to be a vibe, right? So when they see that someone else has a personality that's dominating to them, or they see that other people around them respect someone more than them, or want to be around someone more than them, or have loyalty to someone, that can actually make people jealous. So, for example, right? When I was younger, I used to hang out with the same group of girls really since like elementary school. And growing up, every time we would have some type of turbulence in our friend group, it was always because of this one girl. This girl was a gossiper. She was confrontational, and she was just extremely disloyal, very fickle, and just here and there. And she didn't really like have loyalty to any like one person. And every time we just had like turbulence in our friend group, it always involved her, like that one girl. So as we got older, those qualities in her didn't really change at all. Like they only amplified. So as we became adults, she was only more messy. She was an even bigger gossiper, and it was just messy. Like it just got messy. And I started to kind of like resent her behavior. So every now and then I would call, her actions out, and no one likes to be called out, right? No one likes to be exposed. So we would bump heads and we would fall out. So the last time we fell out, right? I guess she tried to kick it up a notch and use some of our mutual friends as like a pawn and ammunition to try to trigger me, right? So she would post one of our friends and be like, "Oh, this is my best friend. She never turned on me. She's always been real. We're ride or dies." And I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, I know what you're doing. Like, you're not hurting my feelings. I did not go back and forth with her. I did not feed into it. I'm just like, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Time will tell. So later on, like maybe like a couple months later, I was hanging out with one of our mutual friends, and I needed a pair of shoes that I left over her house. So obviously I'm not going to go over the girl's house. So I told one of our friends, I was like, next time you stop by, that girl's house or whatever, can you pick up my shoes for me? And I was telling her what they look like or whatever. And she was like, me and her don't talk no more. And I look at her and I'm like, y'all don't talk, She's like, no. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, all of that boasting and bragging online about how this is my best friend, she never turned on me, we're ride or dies. What happened to all that, right? So I figured that she became so jealous that our mutual friends were still supporting me, still posting me in their stories, still supporting me on my birthday, still supporting my business. And because she didn't have control over them, she cut them off. Now, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to that, I'm not perfect at all. I have been triggered as well. And I felt, feelings of jealousy too. Like when our mutual friends would post her on their story and I would just happen to come across it. Like when I would just see her face on their story, it would just like annoy me. You know what I'm saying? Like, ill. Like, I can't believe they still hang out with her. Like, I would just swipe by and I would like feel a little bit triggered, right? But never did I ever expect our mutual friends to cut her off just because I had a problem with her. So I realized that she was so jealous that our mutual friends still loved me, still supported me, and still would post me, that she was willing to cut them off just because she didn't have control over the entire friend group. So even though that scenario is a little bit more dramatic, I learned that people will hate on you for the simple fact that people they feel like should only be loyal to them choose to be loyal to you as well. People they feel like should only support them choose to support you as well. People they feel like should only love them choose to love you as well. And because they don't have power over you and they don't have power over people's perception of you, it drives them crazy. So that shows you that when people can't control you, they'll try to go behind your back and play puppet master and try to persuade people's perception of you so that they can build like a hate train against you to satisfy their own ego, right? But when you're dealing with people who are grown, mature, and generally high vibrational, those evil tactics are not going to work. So in totality, if you have people around you hating on you because of qualities you've never even asked for, right? They try to turn people against you because certain qualities in you trigger their demons and expose their own insecurities. Don't let it get to you. Don't let the way people talk to you and treat you alter the way you feel about yourself, okay? One thing about it, happy people ain't hating and hating people ain't happy. And most likely, the reason someone is hating on you is a quality they wish was exalted in themselves. All right. So if you guys are not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that. Turn on your notifications and share this video to anyone you know would need to hear this message. And always remember, grow in peace, and success is a journey, not a destination.